Not everybody wants a penis bone hanging in their kitchen.
No, not that size matters, but that's a pretty hefty one.
It's not bad. I mean, I've seen bigger ones.
Hey, we need to get the tow truck. You've done it. Let's see what this baby will do. Whoa.
Oh, my Lord, look at this thing. This is literally the icon of the 60s. What would you sell it for?
$50,000.
Whoa! I'm Scott Cozens.
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
And we're pickers.
See that fork in the road?
Take it.
We travel all over Canada.
Looking for hidden gems in basements, attics, and barns. For me, it's all about the thrill of the hunt. Oh, man, we might have hit the mother lode here. I like to move fast. I can always find something we can make a profit on.
I thought I'd seen it all, Scott. I'm looking for that one-of-a-kind item that has its own story to tell. Just like the people we meet, every story is different. It's not junk to us.
It's good to be back on the road, isn't it?
Ontario in the winter, though, it can be a little dicey.
The weather can be brutal.
Have you seen the forecast?
Yeah, I think I may have to drive back from this pick.
What, you're our foul weather driver now?
Actually, I think you've taken some driving lessons, haven't you? No, maybe not.
No. Have you talked to Keenan?
I've tried. I haven't been able to get a hold of him.
I haven't heard a word from him.
Hiding her hair. We hired Keenan a few months ago. Keenan was supposed to work around the shop, open packages when they come in, catalog, everything like that. Let's just say Keenan's main strength isn't reliability. Let's give him a call. I've tried him so many times I got him on speed dial. Keenan, it's Scott and Sheldon. We can't get a hold of you. Call us.
He must be out there boxing or something.
Maybe he's been at the wrong end of a couple boxing gloves and he's punch drunk in the corner somewhere.
We're heading to the nation's capital.
Ottawa.
Algonquin, trading place by the river. Must have been a very early trading post and meeting place for pickers.
Yeah, the original pickers.
We'll just see a guy called Brad in his home. He sounds motivated. He wants to get rid of stuff.
We're getting a lot of that these days, aren't we? People calling us and inviting us to their house.
Yep.
I'm really not much for picking houses. They rarely have anything, let alone anything good.
Let's go check it out. We can walk in and walk out
Exactly.
if Brad is not a seller or he doesn't have the gear.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, is this the right place?
Yeah, you got the right place. I'm Brad.
Hi, Brad. Scott?
Scott.
I'm Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Nice to meet you.
Good. You want to come in?
Yeah.
Whoa. Man, whoa. There's stuff everywhere.
How did you accumulate all this, Brad?
It's my parents' collection, and some is mine. My parents went to auction sales, garage sales, where my parents lived up in the north. My father's passed away 2 years now, and my mother's trying to downsize. She's 87. Anything and everything is for sale.
And when we hear they're trying to downsize, get rid of some things, we know we're going to be able to pull some gems out of this house today.
Where do you want to start? Left, right, up, and down. All our collections are in different areas of the house. We should automatically tie a string to you because it's a maze and you can get lost quicker than you can think of it.
It's like a rabbit warren in here.
It is.
I feel like I'm almost in an old castle with tunnels going everywhere.
I was going to leave a few little crumbs because I don't know if we'll ever find our way out of here. It's little catacombs and hallways. What's going on here?
You can just see every room is loaded. I'm just looking, I'm peeking. There's all kinds of little goofy things.
Everywhere is a collection of something.
Lots of clocks.
Yes, it's one of the collections.
Brad, what about this little drum right here on the wall?
Can I grab it down?
Yeah.
Good piece. Stretched seal skin.
I think that was from the dog rib tribe.
Drum dancer, right?
Could be.
I think this was probably danced, this drum.
And that one was likely used by the Inuit, not made for the commercial market.
And that's at least 58 years old.
Judging by the dust, it looks like it's been there 58 years. What would you want for that?
This is all new to me. I never sold anything before, only collected. 300.
But at $300 is just too much for us to make a profit on.
So I'm just picking a random number out of my head.
Well, it's the sort of thing I'd pay $100 for. It's kind of a nice one, but that damage really doesn't help.
About 125.
Okay, that should get the dance.
There the dance starts.
I'm delighted. Now we're buying. So where do we go from here?
Let's keep moving this way. Every flea market I've ever been to, it looks like this.
Well, it's here.
Let's get picking here.
You always got to sort of dig and scrounge and look. I'm just hoping that there's one or two diamonds in the rough sitting there.
What'd you find there, Scott?
A couple bobbin head dolls. And you know this one's got some age to it because it's the Montreal Expos.
Huh.
Pity the Canadian one is just woogered. It's got a huge chunk out of the back of it. They're from the 50s and 60s and 70s, right?
Yeah.
The stuff that people thought was garbage then, but now people like. What are you looking at to get out of the two bobbin head dolls?
15?
How about 25 for the bear?
Done.
Okay.
If somebody quotes us too low, we're the first to point that out.
I thought that was very fair of them to indicate that, you know, I'm underselling myself.
Hey, look at that. We've got all kinds of Inuit pieces here.
Sheldon and I always buy Inuit carvings when we can.
But this is good. You've got a narwhal and a beluga whale in ivory.
Lots of people like the big ones, but we gravitate towards the small, interesting ones because they're more indicative of what the Inuit would have made for themselves.
Some of those pieces are 54, 58 years old.
Ah, okay. Brad's parents had been in the Arctic and brought home some souvenir items. And these are good early pieces. No power tools touched these. This was all done by hand.
Yeah.
Why don't we do a package deal on the ivory pieces?
How about 250? It's ivory.
I think we were closer to 175, but we're not too far off.
Why don't we come back and say 200?
We're going to do well on that. It's going to take us a while to move it, but we're going to do well on it.
Everybody wins. Would you ever part with a traffic signal light?
Now, you want to know where it's from?
Yeah, where are these from?
Fort McMurray.
Really?
Yep. And it was one of the two at the time traffic lights.
Can we see it work?
Yeah. There's one there.
Is it working?
It's a red.
Oh, we got red. Scott and I always do well with traffic lights. This was a bank of 3.
Hey, perfect.
Fantastic.
150.
Ooh, really? Not the best I've ever seen because it's plastic, it's not metal.
What do you think? Give me an offer.
I was thinking 60. All right.
There's just so much stuff in this house, so many little rooms and caverns. Well, Brad, I think Sheldon and I want to just poke around a little bit, and if we find anything, can we bring it upstairs?
Yep, no problem.
Perfect. You go that way, I'll go this way.
And don't get lost.
We got to split up, cover more ground. I love door pushes.
Hey, look at that.
I just want to get to the living room so I can sit down and get my deal done with Brad.
All the rooms are starting to look the same to me. I rely on Scott's half a sense of direction.
And I knew I was on my way to the right room when Sheldon was walking out of it. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I've been sitting here waiting for you guys. And you're good for an hour and 5 minutes. Didn't come on this stand. It came on a, this is a bubble gum stand.
What do you want for it?
30?
That's too little.
That's
I'd say we give you 50 for it.
Done.
Yeah.
And a nickel.
And a nickel, because I need my nickel back.
In a situation like this, you can literally get carried away. The license plates, 50 for the pair. Excellent.
There you go.
You can spend $10,000 on little odds and sods real quick.
It's a big lighter.
20 bucks.
Done. I'm thinking 50. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking 75.
I like that.
Done.
A couple of Jack Dempsey prints and a sailor. 30?
Sure.
You're easy. That's easy.
There you go.
There is so much stuff, you can nickel and dime yourself to death here. We've got to watch our dollars here. We're going to be up to a lot of money pretty quick. Things that are going to take a while to move.
We need some big items here. Hey, look at that. I can't keep my eyes off the narwhal tusk there.
Can we pull it down off the wall?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize this is the animal that is responsible for the legend of the unicorn.
But in actuality, it's just a tooth
Yeah.
with no known purpose to that tooth. Grows in on the spiral.
Came into Fort Smith in Northwest Territories, which was the territorial capital at the time when my parents were up there, and that was given to him.
And I hope Brad maybe decides that he wants to part with the narwhal tusk, because that's a treasure.
That hung on the wall right there for as long as I can remember. So I'm 54, and I think that's the first time I've ever taken it down off the wall.
So what would you need out of the narwhal tusk?
I'll throw a number out there, and you guys can throw one back at me.
Okay.
30,000
30,000 for what?
for the narwhal tusk.
Not for one.
Brad quotes us a price way too high.
This is a double-edged sword for us. We got a guy that really doesn't know much about the marketplace. With narwhal tusk, size does matter. If they're over 8 feet, they're about 500 a foot. If they're under 8 feet, they're substantially lower than that. The retail value on this is somewhere between, I think, between 7 and 1,000. That's what you'd see it for in a store that sold this kind of stuff.
Scott and Sheldon gave me their price point, but no, I'm not too happy with it. I think what I'll do is I'll keep it.
Okay, no counter offer?
No counter offer.
Okay.
Just so you know, we would have gone up to, 800, but that's as high as we could conceivably go. And if that's not going to do it, no harm, no foul.
No, I think I'll hang on to them.
Okay?
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm happy to keep the narwhal tusk. Here's something you guys can look at.
A stir stick.
Haven't seen one of those for a while.
No.
And what we used to do is we used to call it the persuader.
Hey, right up your alley.
Yeah, a negotiator.
A walrus persuader is a penis.
An Usyk.
Some mammals have penis bones. Walruses have penis bones. An Usyk is a walrus penis bone.
Well put.
Thank you.
My father got that in '65 from the north. He brought it home. He hung it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then my mother said, "Get that thing out of my kitchen." So he brought it down here.
Not everybody wants a penis bone hanging in their kitchen.
No,
Not that size matters, but that's a pretty hefty one.
It's not bad. I mean, I've seen bigger ones.
there you go.
Scott and I have both handled them before. If we can buy this at the right...
So to speak. One thing I just want to clear up, I haven't sold one of these in a long time. Let's just make sure there's no new regulations on that. We've been caught before where the laws have changed and we buy something that was legal, all of a sudden it's not legal. I know a guy we can call at the ROM.
Oh, good. Royal Ontario Museum.
Yeah, which will tell us whether or not this is legal to buy before
Yeah.
we even talk about it. We just want to double check to make sure everything we think about that Usyk is correct. Hi, Kevin. Scott Cozens, how are you?
I am fine.
One of the things we're concerned about, Sheldon and I both in the past sold Usyks before, but we're not sure if are they legal to sell now?
Yes.
So tell me this. It's only about 20, maybe 22 inches long.
Oh, so that's smallish then on the...
Yeah, so that's what I thought.
And this could be, like, hasn't finished growing yet?
I'm feeling inadequate as we speak. Well, Kevin, thanks a lot for all the information. You sort of confirmed what Sheldon and I already knew, but we're glad to hear it. We feel good. We can buy it now. The question is, what do you want for it?
Make me an offer.
You know, to me, that's a $100 item.
I might stretch it and say 150.
You're not supposed to negotiate against me.
Yeah, but I like his deal. The deal I got for the walrus penis was a good deal, and I hope the guys like it, and maybe somebody else will get a chance to buy a walrus penis.
You know, I think I'm going to take Brad's persuader up to the front, just in case we have problems tonight.
Sheldon likes a bigger cup of coffee than me, so I think that the Usyk will do well for him as a coffee stirrer. Yeah, this one's weird. It's plastic.
It's kind of interesting. We're taking it back to Alberta. It started life as one of the 2 traffic lights in Fort McMurray. I like when a nickel actually bought you something.
I was sort of thinking I could have it in my house so that I could make my guests leave when their hour was up. Bing! Time to go.
Brad, it's been a pleasure.
Same here.
Brad, it was great. We're gonna have to come back because you got a lot more stuff.
You got more stuff to come and get.
We didn't even make a dent.
No, I know there's still more. Come back in the summertime.
Okay, and maybe you'll be selling that Narwhal Tusk then.
Maybe I will.
Adios.
Okay, I enjoyed the experience. I'm happy with the whole day.
That place was amazing.
It was loaded. I haven't heard from Keenan at all, have you?
No, he never got back to me. I mean, I've texted him over and over and over again saying, where are you? Where are you?
Maybe Keenan's got a new girlfriend.
Maybe.
Maybe Keenan's got a new puppy.
He doesn't answer his phone. He hasn't shown up at the warehouse.
Yeah, it's just been too long since anything happened there. We need somebody working with our merchandise.
And you know what? We might be having to think about a replacement.
I hate to say it, but I think you're right. I'm glad I'm driving.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
much safer.
I'm not glad you're driving. In fact, can you see that I'm a little tense here?
We're in Havelock, Ontario, and we're going to visit Ed Leslie. And Ed's a legend, isn't he?
Ed is a legend.
Ed's got 100 motorcycles, is that right?
Oh, I think he may even have more than that. I'm not sure how he's going to feel about parting with him, but I would love to see if we can get a really good motorcycle.
Hey,
Hey, Ed, how are you?
see, buddy.
Ed is my kind of guy, an old biker. He's got the big grizzly bear approach to him. What have you been doing with yourself?
Oh, working away, getting things done.
So where are we going?
Follow me. Let's go.
Oh, garage.
Yep, lots of goodies in there.
I love it. Yeehaw.
Look at this. This is where it all happened.
My biggest passion is rebuilding and restoring old Harleys.
That's where you spend your winters.
This is it, yeah. No holidays for the evil.
I can tell right now that Ed's a pro. Those bikes are beautifully done.
How old were you when you bought your first Harley?
15.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I've been doing this over 50 years.
50 years and always Harley.
Always Harley, yeah. I like all Harleys pre-1965.
I'm really hoping we can find a bike today.
Ed, what's that bike there?
That'd be a 1947 Harley. Last year, your knuckleheads.
Beautiful.
But I know that Ed's got a lot of history in the bike business. What would it cost somebody to get a bike like this?
That might be about 50,000.
That's in your snack bracket.
Amazing.
Ed's a legend in these parts, and I can see why. He's a really likable guy, but no one's bowling over Ed. No one's playing any games with him.
We're gonna really have to step up if we want to get a bike today.
What else can you show us, Ed?
Go in the back room there and show you a few things.
Whoa, Ed, you got stuff everywhere.
Oh, you get lots of different things here.
There's some signage, some toys. There's some good things here other than motorcycles.
I do exactly what you guys do most of the time, run around, look for neat stuff that I should have.
Let's get picking here.
Elvis has got a little psoriasis going there. We're scoping the room to see if there's anything that's sort of out of place that we might be able to get a better deal on. Might have to get that one down. You got a little Lincoln here? Good Canadian maker. It's got something in it, too. Hopefully that's not your stash.
I doubt it.
Canadian company, and there's your lever dump right there. The hydraulic still works on it.
Yeah, I see that.
Lincoln's a big name in Canadian toys. The market's super hot on that. So, Ed, what would you need out of your little truck?
I'd take $250. I know it's worth a lot more than that.
Do you have any room in that?
Not really, not on that piece.
It's a good toy, though, Shell. It's a good toy. I don't know what to say.
But he might have some oddball thing that he doesn't really care about. What about that little parking meter head right there? I kind of like that, Ed. We've done well on parking meters.
You know, it's funny. I never thought we would do as well as we have.
So I'm thinking what we need here is a little bundle. The truck, this little unit here, and if you could hold that for 1 second. Just behind on the wall is a little jacket. I'm just thinking that's just too good a look to leave in Ontario. Guy needs one of those in Alberta.
Made me feel good that somebody liked my style of clothes. Sheldon looks good in it, and its day I think I looked great in it. That sort of helped break the ice right there.
How about $350 for the 3?
Ford would be more rounder.
Well, they're both round.
Yeah.
One's just rounding up and one's rounding down.
How about $375?
375. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, we can do that. Right on.
Okay, here.
That little package set us sailing. Now we're buying.
That's an old shooting gallery game.
Oh, I guess I'd let you have that for 75 bucks.
Done.
You got a firebox here.
Give you a deal of 50 bucks.
Not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, nice piece.
Oh, look at the white rose sign.
$300 to you.
Oh, done. Done. That's a great deal.
Right on.
He got into a selling mode, and as long as we were fair, he was prepared to let it go today.
It's a bunch over here.
Oh, you got a bunch of signs.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, that is a good sign.
Where'd you find that one, Ed?
I spotted it years ago down the road. A guy had it there.
Tractor dealer.
Yeah.
Double-sided, it looks like.
Porcelain with neon on both sides.
Oh, the other side looks better than this side.
You don't see that many Ford neons.
I've never seen that sign before. So, Ed, what do you need out of that?
1,500.
See, I'd be more comfortable at about 7.
Ooh, no, we could meet in the middle somewhere around 1,200.
What about 1,000, Ed?
That's
1,000, because I like you. Okay, I'll take it. That's it.
perfect.
Right on.
Because it's probably going to cost us at least 1,000 to re-neon.
Yeah.
But that's a good one. He wants you to step up and pay some money, and as soon as you start paying some money, you start earning some respect.
You're like a kid in a candy store, Scott.
This is why we come to Ontario, all the stuff.
Ed, how does a guy end up with a, it looks like wood pistol?
Yeah, it came out of a bar in the west end of Toronto. One of my adventures there, it was just hanging there, and I decided I should take it home with
Oh.
me. So I put a girl on the back of my motorcycle and let her hold that all the way back to Toronto.
You're a really 20th century man, aren't you? I really like it. It's got a good look to it.
I do too. What would you want for it?
Oh, 250.
$250.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a wooden pistol. Isn't
I
it?
know,
Yeah.
But he stole it.
but
Means you don't have anything into it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Gee, I was kind of thinking more along the lines of $100.
yeah, I think I'd like to keep it for $100.
All right, what about, say, $175?
Deal.
All right.
Done.
Deal, eh?
Good. Thanks, Ed.
Let's keep moving this way. Looks like there's more stuff over there, Shell.
Hey, Ed, how does a ship's wheel end up with all these motorcycles?
I decorated a lot of seafood restaurants in Toronto many years ago.
Ed's done everything.
And I love this doweling in here. I mean, this has got to be, what, turn of the century?
Yeah.
That's right.
Look at that.
Well, Captain, what do you need out of it?
500 for that one.
Would you take $450, Ed?
Seeing we're getting up there in the numbers, I would take 450.
Good,
That's
thank
as
you.
good a ship's wheel as we've ever had.
That's right.
Ed, you got just too much stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's why you guys are here.
Oh, this one is just fabulous. It's got a modern Harley neon. It's got a plug-in on it. Let's see if it works.
Ooh. Ooh.
There are tons of guys that own Harleys and have a garage and want to have a Harley-Davidson neon sign in their garage. See, this is the one time Sheldon and I will buy more modern stuff when it's neon.
And to find somebody that does neon, now it's a dying art, right?
Yeah.
So what would you need out of that?
I think there's only 100 neon people left in North America.
Did I hear 100?
I think about 500.
I thought I heard 100 somewhere. Did you have any room like 350?
Maybe 400.
Done. There's so much stuff here. We've got to start picking up the pace.
Oh, Easy
Yeah,
Rider.
that's-
So that was something that they printed up for the movie?
Yeah, that would be in a theater.
My brother had that poster on his wall.
In '68, Peter Fonda came to Toronto. We got to be a bit of friends, and I went down to New Orleans and stayed around there while they were shooting that film for a while.
So what would you want for that?
Oh, I sort of like that. It sort of goes with the bike whenever I display the bike, right?
You have a Captain America bike?
Yes, we do.
You gotta show me the Captain America bike.
No problem.
I'm pumped to see that bike. Oh. Oh my Lord, look at this thing. Oh, yes. This is literally the icon of the 60s.
Yeah, I built that bike, and then everybody said, well, I like the Billy bike better. So next year we built the Billy bike.
Yeah.
The really cool thing is he's got both Captain America's bike and he's got Dennis Hopper's bike side by side.
Classic Easy Rider picture there.
It'd be nothing better than for me to ride down the street on it. My brother would be so jealous. If you were gonna sell this to me today, what would you sell it for?
$50,000.
50,000 bucks.
And only if you bought the pair for 100.
Whoa!
You value them equally?
Yes. You like buying a salt shaker without buying a pepper shaker.
The problem is he's got to sell them as a pair and he wants $100K for the pair. So could you build me another one?
Yes, I can.
He can get all the same parts that he used to build that bike, so he can build me another bike. If you were to build me one of these, what would you charge me for it?
I could probably build one, I'd say 35,000.
Oh man. That's about the part value to build that bike. If you can put one of those together, I'd like you to build me one.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it.
Right on. Okay.
I'll check with your banker and see if he'll go for that.
You mean you? I couldn't be happier with this pick. Got some really good items that we're gonna make money on.
They're gonna love this in Calgary.
That's funny. Let's carry this one out.
We've always done well on neon.
I'm really excited about that double-sided red and white Ford tractor sign. I know we got the right price. I'm just not sure how much profit we've got in it.
See you guys. Have a good one.
The good news for me is a Captain America chopper. And the bad news for you is you're paying half of it. You're not gonna believe this. The prodigal son has returned.
Keenan's back.
Well, yes and no. Here's the text I got. I'm off to Vegas. Warehouse not finished yet. Needs another couple days. Then I texted him, I said, when do you leave? He said, 2 hours.
Oh, no.
We gotta get somebody in the warehouse and we gotta get him in quick. We just can't leave our stuff just sitting there. We gotta get it out, we gotta get it cleaned, we gotta get it priced, we gotta get it into the marketplace.
I like Keenan, but that just did not work out.
I think we gotta go with somebody more experienced. Frosty? Frosty
Frosty would be really good.
Those are a $1,500 pair of spurs any day.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Today's a good day. Yeah. Thank you. He's got lots of time. Antiques are his game. He's been in it as long as anyone.
He could be selling when we're out on the road.
Exactly. I think we better get Frosty to go by check the warehouse out.
Yeah, Scott and Sheldon gave me a call multiple times since they couldn't get a hold of Keenan, and I'm happy to help out. Sheldon and Scott shipped back a really cool Ford neon tractor sign.
Jerry, you called about a sign, maybe?
I did. There she be.
There she be, Ford neon tractor.
I called Kim because he's a heavy-duty collector in the porcelain advertising signs.
It's not a sign you see every day, that's for sure. You can't repair porcelain panels, so you buy the best you can find, and in that condition, that is a rare sign. So have you got a price in mind, what you wanted for this thing?
I'd like to see what you had to say and then see if we can make a deal.
I would probably be in the range of $3,500 or so.
It's a little light.
How about 3,800? Yeah, do that?
I think if you could bring it up to 4, we'd have a deal.
It is a fairly rare sign, and it's one I don't have, so $4,000 I can live with,
Hey, that sounds great.
You
Boys
bet.
will be happy.
and I'll be happy.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Jerry.
What's happening out there?
We sent that first lot back to you. You got it yet?
Yeah, I do. And
I hope you guys are all right with this, but
I sold the Ford sign.
How much?
I got $4,000.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad.
Hey, good work, Jerry.
You guys are all right with that?
Yeah, excellent. No, good work.
Do you want the good news?
Yeah.
You got a job working at the warehouse if you want it.
Wow.
I'll tell you what,
That makes me really happy.
I love working with you boys.
The bad news is we're gonna have to start paying you though.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Okay, keep selling, keep selling.
No problem.
Bye.
Hey, Jerry's on board.
Magic 96.7. The roads are nasty at the moment. Blowing snow has reduced visibility in some areas to near whiteout conditions, and the snow is piling up on many roads.
Put it this way, we're the only pickers out on a day like today.
It's gonna be a white knuckle drive all the way.
Just don't get us stuck.
If we go in this ditch, it might be a month or two before they find us. We could just do a scene out of Alive if we hit the ditch, right? I'll wait till you're sleeping and then just cut a piece out of you. But, you know, it's a good lead. We're heading down to see Scott and Steve.
Longtime collectors, these people collect Model Ts.
That usually means they get some signs at least.
There,
Oh, look at that.
Model T, a yellow
That's gotta
one,
be it.
right up on
Oh,
top.
so he's got a towing shop. That's weird. What's the story here? Well, let's go see. And I have to say, I'm a little concerned. We have picked guys that had towing yards before. They tend to have stuff, but the prices are usually through the roof.
Hello, fellas.
Hey, Scott, how are
Scott, I'm Sheldon. Sheldon, I'm Steve.
Scott.
My son,
you? Scott.
Oh, hi, Scott.
Scott, nice to meet you.
Meet Scott.
They look like a couple of pylons. Let's get out of the cold. Take us into a room.
This is a Model T room here, folks.
It's more your generation than mine, Shell.
So Model Ts are your thing. We fix them for ourselves and we fix them for customers. We buy them, we sell them, and we just genuinely have a lot of fun with a Model T.
What does a Model T sell for, by the way?
The early car brings a lot more money. That's a $70,000 car.
Yikes! Unbelievable.
This car here was bought new by my great-great-grandfather in 1917 and
Really?
stuck around ever since. We drive that car a lot.
But we're not in the market for a Model T today.
No.
That's too bad.
It's pretty clear we're not going to get anything in this building at a price we can turn it over. Let's get somewhere where things are a little less dear to your heart.
Absolutely.
But I'm a little concerned. I don't know if there's anything for us here.
Oh, stop. Yeehaw. Yeah, she's kind of crammed up in here. We got a few pieces.
There's some Coke stuff, there's toy trucks, wagons, there's stuff in the rafters, there's stuff everywhere.
My dad, he said there wasn't much stuff around during the war, so he liked to collect it up now.
Looks like he's done pretty well. Their father, their grandfather accumulated all this stuff, and now these guys are collecting too.
We like anything that's old.
Surely to goodness we're going to find something we can buy there. Amazing.
Let's get picking.
What about your Coke button?
Oh, we're pretty dear to that Coke button. We'd like to hang on to that.
I like the air pump. Is that something you'd part with?
That air standard, it came local, and we're gonna hang on to that. We like that here.
These guys really treasure their wares. They're not parting with them easily. Hey, I like the whirly gig.
My grandfather made those.
I'm guessing that's not for sale.
I don't think so.
I feel we got a lot of stuff here and we maybe don't need it all, but We don't like to let go of stuff.
We battled our way through a snowstorm to get here. We need to buy some stuff.
How about the Lincoln?
Oh, the Lincoln, that's a pretty nice piece. That's about as nice a Lincoln as you'd find.
Other than the fact that it's got one blown headlight.
6.5.
Oh my God. I tried him on a Lincoln toy truck and he quoted a price 4 times what it's worth. The pedal car in the corner?
36 Ford, $1,200.
And what about the Bennett pump?
This pump, we'd need around $3,500 for it.
Gets a little steep for us.
Something you can make a fortune on, you're not gonna take it. Man. Well, I think that maybe we must spend too much money when we're buying our product. I don't know.
You're killing us, you know, with these prices. In order to consummate a transaction, you need a buyer and a seller. We're the buyers. Unfortunately, we had another buyer today. Let's keep looking. Oh, I gotta have that. But I spot one toy I'm thinking we may be able to get out of him. How about the Ogilvy flower truck? We may know a little bit more about that than he does. So it's a Lincoln. It's got Ogilvy flower advertising on the side of it, which is big out west.
Why don't we call it at about $275?
How about 175?
2 1/4.
Let's call it 2.
I can't do it.
Come on.
I can't do it.
What are you at? You're at 2 1/4? How about we flip for it?
Why not?
No man can resist a flip. The head's on one side and the gray cup on the other, I think.
Oh, we'll call our heads.
You call it heads. So if it's heads, 2 1/4. If it's gray cup, 175.
There we go. I think it was heads.
Was it heads? Yeah. And Steve tries to pull a fast one on me. It is not. It's gray cup. That's the gray cup. That's tails.
All right. Good going, Scott.
Trying to cheat me.
Oh, I don't have my glasses on. Scott had the better luck and he won the flip, fair and square.
Thank you very much. So saved us $50. Now we got something going here. I got something I want to ask you about because it looks like it's been mangled while it sits here.
That's a Goodison calendar, very nice.
Turn of the century calendar for a threshing machine company. Nice advertising, really good lithograph poster.
$100 bill.
$100.
Look how nice that'd be framed.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the prairies in the picture there, you know?
It almost does. You don't miss anything, do you? How about $50?
75, she's yours. Take her home.
$75, will you throw me in something?
No.
Come on.
Tell you what, I'm gonna throw you a scoop of snow.
Come on, be nice. You got a farmer's almanac.
Oh, I can, Massey Harris. We're really fond of Massey Harris.
I had an alternative because I knew you were gonna say that. How about the Saucony one?
No way.
Oh my gosh. $60 then.
65.
Okay, done.
That was some hard negotiating, Scott.
These guys are tough. Just a second here. Oh yeah, you got one.
Well, I like to think I'm a pretty good negotiator, but it's pretty tough working with Scott and Sheldon there. They're pretty good at it too, you know.
What about the wall hanger gun? Can I take a look at that?
Just jump right up there and have a look.
Shel?
Yeah.
Let me pass it down to you. Bayonet first.
It's been up there for a little while, guys.
Been there for a day or two.
Yeah, we keep her oiled up, you know. It's an Army Enfield of some sort. You guys probably know more about it than me.
Whoa. Hey, that almost looked like you knew what you were doing there.
It's had the breech drilled on it here, so it's
a true wall hanger. What would you need out of that?
I think I'd be happy with about 100 1/4.
But we wouldn't.
I know, we go 50 on it.
We couldn't let her go for 50. I think we could call the wrong number and get that for that. Well, let's saw her off at 75, make you happy.
Oh, what the heck? We drove all this way.
Yeah.
75.
There you go.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
How about your, what is this, a Buddy L?
Nice toy.
It's a big toy, it's a Buddy L toy, it's got advertising on it, it's right what the market wants.
How would you like to give us about 3 1/2 for that?
I'd rather give you 175.
Boy, couldn't do that. Let you have it for 3.
2 1/4.
Well, you're coming in the right direction.
And you're keep coming and you'll be coming in the right direction.
275.
250.
There you go.
Okay, I can do that.
All right,
That's
Scott.
a nice little toy.
And sometimes small is better than big.
What about that? Is that something you'd part with? Well, that looks like something you should take back to the West. I think so.
A little salesman sample windmill. We've had one of those before and we did really well.
They should have that for about 30 bucks.
Can't argue with that.
Done.
Couldn't shake his hand fast enough. That's a good one.
It's still snowing like crazy out there. I think we got to hit the road.
The great thing about picking with Sheldon is between two of us, we can still get some stuff where we thought nothing would be available.
It's a good big truck, isn't it, Shell?
Got advertising on it. At $250, we'll make $100 on that, no problem.
Speaking of big, I went mini.
Little salesman sample windmill.
And if anybody gives us a hard time on the way home,
A real beater, but it's got a good look. At 75 bucks, we'll double our money, no problem.
hey, thanks a lot, you guys.
Scott?
Thank you.
Sheldon?
Safe trip.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You're a pretty hard bargainer, but at least we got a few things. Yeah,
Remember our number, eh?
Well, just follow us, okay? Just follow us. We got enough stuff to pay for the gas, to pay for his beer.
Maybe we should push.
This isn't my kind of towing.
Hey, we need to get the tow truck. You feel a little bit of slippage, then gun it. Let's see what this baby will do. Bye, fellas. You're the stars. Whoa.
This could be Frosty. Hello?
That's George Canyon.
Oh, George Canyon. It was really interesting getting a call from George Canyon. He's a well-known country singer and actor. What can we do for you?
My wife and I are building a brand new home, and it's a ranch house, and we have you guys might be interested in looking for us.
Oh, that'd be great.
And it's on the ranch, so we got to keep that in mind too. It has to be stuff that kind of matches that.
You want some Western things, anything for decorating his new house.
But I would like to propose a gentleman bet
Okay.
that you cannot find an authentic on-air recording light for my studio.
For your studio. I've never actually bought an on-air sign before, and it's got to be a vintage on-air sign. It can't be just a repop or a new one. So this might be a tough one for us.
If you find it, then I will present you one of my guitars.
Oh, if I can find him that sign, I get one of his guitars. That's a big deal for me.
If you cannot find it, you'll present me with one of their guitars.
The only problem is, if I don't get one, I lose a guitar. I've always been a little bit of a gambler. I think I'll go for that.
All right, then it's a deal.
Hey, good talking to
Yeah,
you.
thanks, George.
Good luck.
So we're gonna have to start hustling and find some stuff for George.
Yeah, his email just came in and we got 30 days to get everything.
But it's all Western stuff. It's wagons and spurs and shafts. We're not gonna find this stuff in Ontario. We gotta get back to Alberta to find this sort of thing.
We better start talking to all our Western contacts.
Right. I wish we hadn't just sold everything off.